Hello and welcome to the next entry in this video journal diary thing. So since my last entry, I started college. I'm in my dorm room, as you can see. My roommate's out for the weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend, so he went back to his family for the weekend. Just been a full week. Started a week ago, and I'll go into it a little bit. I'll talk about what happened tonight first, which is probably gonna be the title of this video, about my friend, who I talked about in the last entry too. It's the girl who I'm friends with. I just kind of completely dropped her tonight because she said she doesn't want to be seen in public with me, because she asked me if I would go to a bar with her because she's a fake ID, and I don't really into drinking and drugs and all that. I'm kind of straight edge, but she still wanted me to go with her, so she wasn't alone. But then as we were about to go leave the football game and go there, she said she changed her mind because she doesn't want to be seen in public with me. And the reason why is because she's kind of had this thing since we started. She's where she's just been sleeping with every guy she sees, pretty much. She's been sleeping with a different guy every night, it feels like. She even sleeps with guys to get cheaper deal on vapes and weed and all that. So I guess in a sense it is actual literal prostitution sometimes. And so she said being in public with me would be, she's afraid of it because she doesn't want to be seen with another guy, because that would, I guess it was kind of implied that it would be because she wouldn't be able to find a guy to sleep with, because she was worried about not being able to find a guy to sleep with tonight because I was with her. A guy sees a girl with another guy, kind of assumes she's not available, which, whatever. But I've been friends with her since 6th grade, and we went through middle school together, we went through high school together, and we've still been good friends. And she just dropped that on me tonight. She doesn't want to be seen in public with me because that I've fought so hard for her through when I've had relationships with girls who didn't like her. I'm not going to be mad. Obviously some girls don't want their boyfriend to have a girl best friend, so that's understandable. But still, I would always fight for her, and I'd always tell whatever girlfriend I was dating at the time, like, hey, she is my friend. You're welcome to talk to her, and realize that nothing's between us. Like, there's nothing serious between us. But like, if we're going to be in a relationship, you got to realize that this is my friend and I won't leave her. And I've done that for her so many times, and I've always fought for her. I've always been, there's been times where I've had like episodes where I wouldn't leave my room and I'd kind of ignore her and everybody else. So I guess there's been times where I've kind of been a bad friend, but like, it's never been like, it's more personal issues. But I've always been such a good friend, and I think, at least. And she just drops that on me. That's what, middle school, that's 3 years right there. Another 4 years of high school, 7 years, and then almost 8 total years of being great friends. And I can't do it. I never thought this day would come. I thought we would always kind of be friends. I'd get married, have some kids with a non-Foid, I guess, and she would be like auntie. I'm not going to say her name, but auntie, that girl. I always thought we'd be friends for life, but no, I can't stay friends with her after that. I'm kind of just like, she just kind of wants me to be the guy to come to her dorm whenever she's bored so she can talk, not actually hang out anymore. We used to hang out all the time, but now that she's in college and wants to sleep with all these guys, she can't. But so that's what happened tonight. I just came back home from her dorm after she dropped that on me. I was like, okay, I'm not, I'm going to leave now. I don't want to be around you. Why would you say something like that? Why would you treat your friend like that? So I'm just done with her. Let's just talk about college. Other than that, I guess. So I my only friends going in here, really, because I never really been someone who had a lot of friends. I've always just kind of like hung out with people and talked to people, but never really had close friends like that. I've had a couple, but not many. So my only like kind of friends going into this were my roommate, who's not here right now, but we've had classes together, we played tennis together, so like I've known him for a while. So even though we weren't like close, we've always been kind of friends. So I've had him going into it. He's going to be with me, and then the girl. And I mean, it's not doing good on me as someone who's not very like good at communicating with other people who I don't know, and even with people I do know, to be honest. But still, like, I'm not good at communicating and meeting new people. So college has been rough for me, because that's the whole point of college: to socialize, to party, to I've never been like much of a frat Greek life type of guy who wants to go out and party and drink. So I'm not really in that scene. I'm not really good at making friends with people who aren't at that scene because I can't really talk to people. And people always say like in college it's kind of hard not to make friends. There's always gonna be people like clubs and stuff, and and that's kind of right. But as much as like guys in my dorm, in my hall have been nice and being like they'll say what's up and like make small chat if we're like by each other. Like no one's like real friends want to hang out. No one's been doing that. Like that's like a true friend. Like it's kind of hard to do that if you don't do that kind of stuff like partying and if you're not good at socializing with other people. So I mean, college experience for me hasn't been that good. I mean, I kind of just been I've barely left my room, to be honest. My roommate brought his Nintendo Wii, and I brought Mario Kart because he didn't have Mario Kart for some reason. So I've been just kind of in here playing so much Mario Kart, unlocking everything on his account for him, playing bass. I've been writing songs. I got to the point where I'm writing a song right now about my girlfriend from like 8th grade because I was like I've just gotten so bored. I'm like, okay, I'll write a song about each of my ex-girlfriends. So she's the first. I'll start with her. So I'm in the middle of writing that song. It actually sounded pretty good. I'm not to toot my own horn, but it's pretty good. It's a little pop punk melody for you guys. Hopefully that I get off. Like I stop being lazy and procrastinating and end up finishing that and releasing it. That'd be great. And so yeah, first day was moving day. I just hung out with the girlfriend and my friend that's a girl and my roommate a little bit. Second day, this girl that I've had a crush on since sophomore year of high school. She is like perfect for me. She's she's kind of like quieter in a way, like kind of like I am. Maybe not as awkward, but she's super pretty. She plays video games. She brought her whole PC setup like I did. She's just so beautiful and such a nice, sweet person. I've had a couple talking stages with her where we've almost had something. She moved to her school sophomore year, so when she started going to her school, so that's when I met her. I think beginning of junior year, me and her started talking. I think I just added her on Snapchat and started snapping her. That's like one of the boldest things I've ever done, to be honest, but I did that. And we ended up talking a little bit, playing some Valorant. I think that was the last time I actually played Valorant. But, eventually we're planning to hang out in real life. And she said, I told her, asked her what time will work. And she said, I don't know yet. I said, all right, just get back to me when you do. And she never got back to me. So, that's great, whatever, But then we started talking again at a later point that year. I don't remember how, and pretty much the same thing happened. I mean, we were planning to hang out. I asked her, all right, give me a time. She said, I'll figure it out. I'll let you know when I find out a time, and, never got back. So, but that same girl, she was swiped up on my story. First time she came out to me first. She swiped up on my story on the second day of college when I put a picture of my dorm room on my Instagram story. And she said, so we started making small talk. She was just, saying something like how my dorm was so big because I have the biggest dorm on campus. My hall has the biggest dorms on campus. So she was shocked to see it. Everyone who came in around my dorm that I know says the same thing about how big our dorms are in this hall. It's really big. But yeah, so we just started making small talk from there, and eventually we planned to hang out that night. Just her and one of her friends and my roommate. And it was great. I had a great time. It was a little awkward at first, because obviously, but I had a great time. And the next day, we hung out again with my roommate and her friend. We went to Cane's Chickens in the morning, little lunch, and we were planning to go to the arcade later that night. I said, hey, all right, you get back to me when you guys find out a time. And they didn't find out a time. Apparently, they were waiting for me to I guess ask them again, so they never got back to me. So there's a whole day went by when we didn't talk. So the day after that, I said, hey, you want to go tonight? And she left me on red for seen for 12 hours. And I was like, okay, it's over. But then out of nowhere, she responded saying, hey, she was with her family all day. So I was like, yes, all right, you know what? That's suspicious, and that is, whatever. I'm so excited because this girl has been on my mind for years now, and I've always wanted to be with her. And so she said, hey, yeah, we'll plan something. I'll ask my friend that's been hanging out with us when she's available. And I was like, okay, but maybe it can just be me and you without your friend if she can't go. And then she left me on scene again for 24 hours. Maybe I think it was more like 30 hours. So, and at that point I was like, okay, yeah, it's definite over. Everyone I talked to about it was like, yeah, you shouldn't talk to her. And I think last night I was I just was in my feels, so I was I texted her again hey, any updates? And I don't think let me check. I don't think she's opened it yet. Nope, nope. She opened it an hour ago, actually, but seen for an hour. So there's a football game going on right now. So I left early with my Foid friend, the friend that's a girl, and that's when everything went down. I was talking about. But yeah, God, I like that girl so much. But I haven't really talked to anybody new. So I did sign up for a couple clubs actually, because there's a club fair. So I signed up for a wrestling club because I wrestled in high school and middle school. It's something I always enjoyed doing. So I thought, but there's been three, all clubs started this week. So there's been 3 meetings this week, which is crazy for a club. Apparently there's gonna be a fourth one too in like a day. But they've all been during my classes, which is ridiculous. All 3 days they happen to be during my class. A class I have. So that sucks. Then jiu-jitsu club I joined too, which I've never done jiu-jitsu before, but I want to learn. That's only one day a week on Sundays, so I'm actually going home tomorrow morning. So if I get back in time, I'll go. I'm going home tomorrow morning because I want to go to the Renaissance Festival with a friend from high school, and then MMA club, which we had the first meeting on Wednesday, and I was actually able to make it. It started 10 minutes after my class, so the second my class ended, I had to run straight to MMA. And God, I had so much fun there. You guys don't even realize. I met a couple guys there that were really nice. No one not really become friends, but I talked to a lot of people there. So it started off and so they started because it was first day, and there's like 150 people there, which I heard drops off a lot as it goes on. People start quitting, but it was packed in that room, in that martial arts room. But yeah, so it started. It was basics because it's the first day, a lot of new people. So it started with grappling. They did an hour of grappling, which is they did all jiu-jitsu stuff. I'm a wrestler. I don't really know jiu-jitsu, so I've been trying to learn it, obviously, because I'm doing jiu-jitsu club. But it was all jiu-jitsu stuff for that first hour of grappling, so it was all new to me. It was cool to learn. Then there was an hour of striking, all like basic boxing stuff. I don't know why. I just can't get the hang of that boxing. My stance was couldn't get the stance down. My punches. I'm more of a grappling guy. But then after that, the club's over, but they allow people to stay after to like roll around on the mats. Just open mat time. So I stayed for like an extra hour after the club ended, just like going up to random people. Like, this is the most social I've been in my life. I don't know. I just kind of felt in my element there. So I was going up to people, and I was just like, no one came up to me. I was just going up to them like, hey, you want to roll around? We can grapple a little bit. So I'm very proud of myself for being able to do that. And it was great. Everyone there was super friendly. Not to toot my own horn, but I was kind of in the wrestling department. I was kind of dominating. What would always happen though was I would take someone down, I would hold them down. I just wouldn't know what to do because I don't really know submissions from jiu-jitsu, but like I was just dominating everybody there. There's one black guy who was actually pretty good at wrestling. Me and him were like wrestling around for a little bit. He ended up getting some kind of choke on me. I think it was a darts choke, so I had no idea what he was doing. I kind of just thought it was like I'd be able to get out of it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm being choked out right now. So he beat me in that field, but it was really competitive. And then after that, the last guy I wrestled was this Asian guy who was like, okay, first takedown, man. And then I splatted him, which, is my main move. But me and him talked for a little bit after, too. That Asian guy was really cool. He's a freshman as well, so I'm hoping to see him and wrestle him more. He was really nice. I met this Indian guy, too, who I was wrestling around with. He really was bad at the grappling, so I was teaching him a lot, and he started teaching me boxing stuff because he said he competed in boxing a little bit. He was a nice guy. Hoping to see him again, too. And what was I gonna say? One other thing. In terms of being social, I posted. Since I've been sitting in my room playing bass so much, I posted on the public Snapchat story for my for the grade 2029 class. Like, hey guys, I'm a bass player. I'm looking to play some music. I need a guitar and drummer. A lot of people swiped up. I ended up talking to this one guy who's a drummer, jazz drummer, but he says he wants to learn like rock and metal. And I ended up meeting this frat guy who swiped up, who plays guitar, who's actually really good. He lives in a frat house, and he said we can play at his frat house. And I was like, I've never heard of a frat house that wants people in there playing their instruments, practicing, but like, cool, man. So that's cool. I'm going to hook up with those two guys soon, which hopefully will be good, and hopefully we can start a band and they become friends. Yeah, but overall, it's like, I don't know, college, I've been sitting in my dorm doing nothing for so much, and everyone's always on like online's like, college is what you make of it, you got to go out there. And, like, it's kind of hard. Like, it's hard going out there. People already have their own groups, and they'll be nice to you if you go out and talk to them, but it's like they kind of just want to do their thing. People don't really want to welcome new friends in their group, like so artificially like that. If someone comes up to them, and it's just not, college isn't really a place for me. I'm a weirdo who liked high school. I liked the sense of community. I liked having my little group of friends and going around, seeing whatever shit was happening in the halls. It was a little community, knew everybody. I like that. Yeah, I went to a big high school, so like it wasn't like a small high school. Like, so it's not even just like a size problem. There's too many people here. I don't care that how many people are here. Just like, someone who's like not good, like going out there. Um, it's hard. It's hard for me. I don't really like this place. Like, I never had the intention of being some kind of frat guy partying and chasing chicks all the time. But I did think I'd at least like meet a couple Foids that would just like come in my room and suck my cock. sorry, I'm just trying to be honest here. Or like maybe meet like a nice girl who I can like start a relationship with, and maybe till marriage, because I know a lot of marriages start in college. So like maybe meet like a good like girl. But so far I've not met a single girl other than like, the people I knew from high school, and obviously none of that's going well for me at all. Um, I went to a party school. I mean, at Michigan State University. I'm at a fucking party school. I don't know what I expected. Everyone here, all the girls here, I was surprised. People always talk about like party schools that will have more attractive women because like they care more about their looks than their school. Like if you want to go to like like a dorkier school like U of M will have like less attractive women. But I find the opposite. Most of the girls here are fucking ugly, dude. They are not attractive. They are hard to look at. A lot of fatties, which whatever. There's going to be those everywhere, obviously. But there's so many unattractive girls here. I'd say 90% of them aren't attractive. And they're all fucking Foids, man. They're all just go around sleeping with every guy. Every girl here definitely has a body count of at least 20. The girls here are horrible, man. I don't know. I feel like I get like STDs just walking by them. I don't like it at all. And like all the guys here have been really friendly. Even like the really douchey frat guys, they've been friendly to me. But they're obviously very douchey, and they're not the kind of crowd I want to be around, even if they are nice to me. But God, the girls here, man. Oh, I fumbled another girl too. So this girl went to my school. Asian girl. She went to U of M. I'm at MSU, so we're kind of rival schools, but at the same time, it's like me and her have been talking on Snapchat since the school year ended. And it's been really good with me and her, and I really want to start a relationship with her. Even though we're at different schools, we're not that far apart. We can always meet during breaks and stuff, and I enjoy talking to her. She's a musician. She's very smart. She's very funny. She's pretty. I kept leaving her on red on Instagram. That's where we're talking, and not even because like I didn't meant to. Like I've been leaving a lot of people on red just because like there's so much stuff going on in college. Even when I'm just sitting in my room, like there's so much going through my head. In terms of classes and stuff, it's like I just forget it's with college, and it's completely my fault. So she kind of broke it off this morning. Was like, yeah, we shouldn't talk anymore if you're gonna be like this. I was like, okay, I'll stop being like this. She said, no, it's probably still not a good idea. So I was like, I lost another girl that I really liked, a girl from my high school too. So I haven't actually met any girls here, like I said, and I haven't talked to any girls here, and I don't know if I want to be honest. I don't think college is a good thing for finding girls, to be honest. I think I'm not saying like women shouldn't go to college and women should get education, but I just from what I've noticed, I feel like women who don't go to college tend to be better than at least the girls here at this college. Maybe if I'm at like a more high end college in terms of like academics, like okay, it's probably going to be a lot better women, but like especially at like the average college like this, it's like these are not the kind of women I want, and I feel like wouldn't be beneficial to me and would hurt me physically down there, STDs, and emotionally they definitely not, probably cheating all the time. I don't know, man. I'm just not really liking college too much, to be honest. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I feel like if I had a girlfriend, and one that like was a good girl, and I can like hang out with all the time, and kind of keep me company, and even if I'm just sitting in my dorm with her, at least I'm with somebody. Because even my like fucking retarded ass dorky Indian roommate has been going out and like having more fun than me, going to parties and stuff. So even if I just have like a girlfriend that's like good, that's like a good girlfriend, and then not like a Foid, and like she was like just even just chilling with me in my dorm, like something, just keeping company like that. I don't know. I like female attention a lot. I don't know what it is. I just like it better when I have someone like there loving me in a romantic sense. That's a girl, not a man. But yeah, you know what? I'll end it here. See you guys later.